everyone, my name is Tara Kazda and I am one of the Youth Services Librarians here at the Algonquin Area Public Library District. And today I am here to book talk 5 of the nominees on this year's Rebecca Caudle book list. So the first 2 I want to start with today are graphic novels. There are 2 graphic novel choices that I have to present to you today. And the first one I have is called When Stars Are Scattered by Victoria Jameson and Omar Mohamed. So imagine you're a 4-year-old. Now, what would it be like to be 4 years old and have to move to a totally new country, to a refugee camp with only your younger brother? This is a story of someone who had to do just that. Omar and his younger brother Hassan have fled war-torn Somalia to a refugee camp in Kenya with nothing but each other. Omar spends his day taking care of Hassan, trying to find their mother, and thinking about how to plan for a better future. When Omar has the chance to go to school, however, there's a dilemma. He has to make a hard choice between leaving his brother alone every day and making moves that may change their future. What choice will Omar make? This is a really moving, important story, and it's would be great for anybody who likes graphic novels or not, and is just interested in refugee camps, survival, and family bonds. Now, the next graphic novel I have for you is a little different. It's called Katie the Cat Sitter by Colleen A.F. Venable and Stephanie Yu. Now, in this book, we have young Katie, and she really wants to go to summer camp. Her friends go to summer camp every year, but she can't afford it. Her and her mom just can't seem to ever raise the funds to be able to go. So this year she decides she's going to try to save the money on her own, and she tries cleaning and doing some other things for people, but everything she tries is a disaster. Well, she ends up finding a job cat sitting for a few cats. A few hundred cats, over 200 cats. That's crazy, but she takes the job to pay for camp. Unfortunately, she starts to see some strange things and notice weird happenings, so she steps into action to figure out who is the superhero in the city and who is the villain. So this is a really fun story, definitely good for anyone who likes cats. The next 2 books I have for you are 2 of the chapter book choices that are on this year's Rebecca Caudle list. The first one I have is Chirp by Kate Messner. Mia and her family have just moved from Boston to Vermont to help their grandma and her floundering cricket farm. Someone might be trying to sabotage the cricket farm. Mia wants to be able to help her grandmother figure out who or what is responsible for all the problems on the cricket farm, and she wants to use the help of her friends, her new friends that she's made at summer camp. One of those friends brings back Mia's memories of a former gymnastics coach who had behaved inappropriately with her. And when Mia's cousin signs up for that same gymnastics program, Mia summons the courage to speak to her supportive family and tell them about what happened to her. Mia and her family realize how important it is for young women to speak up whenever they are made to feel uncomfortable. It's a great message and a fun read. Want to try some mint chocolate chirp? And the second chapter book that I want to book talk today is called Wink by Rob Harrell. And this is actually based on the author's real life. This actually happened to him. It's about a young boy who finds out that he has a rare form of cancer in his eye. And it's a middle school book about middle school things: friendships, personal relationships, humiliation, and general middle school survival. But it's also a story about cancer. 7th grader Ross Malloy just wants to fit in. But when he's diagnosed with a rare eye cancer, it seems that he's destined to stand out. Now he's the kid with cancer, and worse than that, the treatment for his cancer leaves him with eye goo and a weird squint. He loses friends, gains bullies, and he might lose his sight, or even something worse. You will enjoy this book because it's real. Ross is funny, strong, smart kid that anyone can relate to. And the last book I have for you today is a nonfiction choice from the list. It is called All 13, and it's The Incredible Cave Rescue of the Thai Boys Soccer Team by Christina Soontornvat. This is an incredible story. This happened back in 2018. It's a true story, obviously. There were some boys in Thailand that were on a soccer team together, and they decided to go do some cave hunting, some cave exploring. So what would you do if you were trapped in a cave with nothing but water and a watch? And the water is rising quickly. On June 23rd in 2018, 12 members of a boys soccer team, along with their coach, decided to do some cave exploring in the Tham Luang cave system. For 3 hours, they explore. But when they head back out, they discover that the entryway into the caves is now flooded, and they can't get out, just in that small period of time. The cell phones do not work in the cave, and they have no food, and the continually rising water is too fast and deep for them to swim through. The rest of the book tells about the elaborate and painstaking effort to rescue the boys from the flooded cave. There's a lot of detail about the caves and how cave systems are and how they work, but if you're interested in real-life rescue, adventure, and survival stories, this one is sure to please. So those are just 5 of the books from this year's Rebecca Caudle list. I hope that you will come on in and check one of them out.